But they went Claude and then Alice, so it's not like they were playing to activate the Hirara anyway. But let's see if that changes here in game number 2. That was definitely a wake-up call for TNC.
Yep.
I can't imagine them repeating the same mistakes here. And they're going to go in blue side. It is dangerous grass.
Marcel and Atlas taken out by Coach Etomax, while Coach Moody gets rid of the Freya and Melissa.
Okay.
Barat still at large, so is Paquito.
Yeah.
So is Hirara, Nolan, Uranus.
I think we can make a guess for the first pick for TNC if we see their last ban in here. Like when we saw the bans being banned by Falcons, I immediately thought that it will be Paquito as their first pick. So maybe TNC banned the Paquito here? No, they banned Fanny.
Wow. Okay.
That's a clear tell. We don't want to give Kyle anything.
No. Okay, so I think they will want to first pick Hirara this time, but I feel that Barats is still the first pick. So between Barats, Paquito, and then Hirara, I think I would rank it 1 Barats, 2 Paquito, and then 3 Hirara.
Which is affected by the priority of your players.
That's right.
In this case, I think Zyda's, correct me if I'm wrong, he should be the priority.
That's right.
So, okay.
So at least they're following that.
Well, that,
And here's the thing, right? Falcons cannot pick both Hirara and Paquito together in one pick.
That would be telling.
I'll be, yeah, there's a lot of tell out
That would
there.
be dangerously honest.
That's right. But it's still possible. I'm not saying that it's not like a dumb decision anyways.
Yeah.
It's just very honest.
yeah.
That's like confessing in the first day you meet your crush. Like, you just, Brigida, you don't do that, right?
No.
See? Just don't, guys. Don't do that.
And I feel like this is still TNC, in a way, prioritizing Zyda, though, since it's a guaranteed XP lane that's been proven to just really be on top.
Judging Falcons, I think they want to go, Rafaela. Well, I was about to say for Rafaela. So they would go for the Rafaela. Now,
Here's the thing. Paquito wins against Hirara. He can.
for sure, we've proven that. But do you still pass up on the Hirara now if you're TNC? I don't think so. I think you're kind of required to pick it up.
Okay.
You're required. I think you should not let it go.
Here's the proof.
But they at least
Bro.
change the Big J hero.
It's going to be the Brody. Yep. Okay, so they do pick up the Hirara.
Okay.
So what? Belric now for Falcons?
Oh, that's the same thing we saw in game number 1, phase 1 draft. It's
That's right.
still 3 flex heroes if that's gonna be the case.
Yep, they'd end up with a Paquito,
Yeah.
Rafaela, and Beleric. You just
That's right.
on the other side.
Yeah. Roles reversed. But I think I think there's no harm in picking up the Beleric now. There's no hero from TNC that counters it. It has good synergy with both the Paquito and the Rafaela, regardless of where you want to put both of those.
Yes.
Correct. And he doesn't mind getting chomped up by the Barats.
That's right.
Yeah, I feel like Flap enjoyed playing the Beleric
Oh yeah.
earlier. Anyway,
Who does not enjoy playing Beleric? It's not.
there you go.
It's like it's almost Uranus.
Almost.
Almost.
But with feet.
Yep. Your ult is larger. Way larger. As your crowd. Well, there's no counter for Uranus.
Your sustain isn't as reliable, but you make up for it in, affecting team fights more.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. So the mid lanes are probably going to be what we're looking at next.
Attack roamers.
Yeah. You still ban the Novaria, I feel like, if you're Falcon.
Do they ban Nova Matilda?
Yeah, I think that's a good way to look at it.
Like a good 1-2?
Yep. Good
But
one.
in this case, it's a 4-5.
Okay, okay.
Alright, okay.
We should be analysts.
Should be
maybe.
analyst. You know what? Maybe you should consider being an analyst for TNC,
Oh,
as you did before.
take it from take it from
That's a
here.
possibility. Hey, if Yaya can come back,
Deplore.
yeah, if Yaya can come back, who's to say we can't?
Is it Novaria here, or do
Yeah, it's
Falcons
Novaria.
maybe consider that too? I mean, we don't necessarily see the mid lane option just yet. but-
TNC bans out the Nolan. Again, they're just ensuring that, okay, if you're going to hit us with the Paquito, then that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
They don't trust it just yet. Again, triple flex.
That's the benefit of the Turbo Flex. They will reveal eventually some one of the roles as they go pick up Red 4.
Oh, wait.
17. Oh, I have a feeling they will pick the Novaria up.
Oh, yeah.
My.
Or
Yeah.
And then that'll dictate where everyone go. Well, except for the Paquito.
except for the Paquito.
If Novaria is Red 4, then everything but the Paquito gets revealed.
That's right.
Oh.
Big confirmation of the Bennyqt though. That's although if you think about it, they're on the 4th pick anyways. Like, what?
Yeah, that's why.
Eventually will reveal something.
It's gonna be tricky for TNC again, though, to match the mid for Falcons. That's if that were to be the case.
Because they don't have a mid just yet.
They don't have a mid. There's a lot of hope.
What?
That's what the triple flex does to you. You build trust issues and you know just take out this one hero that
You mess up their mojo.
yeah.
Why the Hanabi? Okay.
Okay, I think this is Novaria 4. I guess the next best option is the Vexana.
Although there's no glue anymore.
I would still Nova.
Would they
It's so
want to
hard
go
reach.
Clint against the Brody eventually?
Clint, no.
That's the thing. Red 5, you can take it all the way because
Yeah.
TNC aren't picking gold laners anymore.
But I think the Clint is a valid pick for up against the Brody.
If it comes down to it, they don't have to do it now.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Whoa!
Where is this coming
Where
from?
is this coming
this
from?
happened in Twisted Minds.
I think if you're TNC, you go pick up the Novaria. The alternative is to go for the Louis, which is great versus the Moskov. It is okay versus the Bennyqt. You have a Brody that can be activated easier.
I personally am not a fan of the Novaria for TNC. Let's say you do get the Astral Echoes. They just get out of there with Holy Healing.
But I think that you need to take it away from Falcons. That's what I feel like.
Oh, it's because they can still do it Red 5.
Yep.
That's right. Oh, that's a tricky scenario.
It is. And if they do eventually...
Oh, well, there's
knock it down.
still is the Lilia? Oh, okay. Yeah. So, this one is better, right?
Yeah, but you're only, again, relying on Jowm as your range. And if they go Novaria, then that's overwhelming amounts of poke and range.
And Brigada, it's not even real range for Brody. You're only really good when you get stacks on people, and you get that at mid-range.
Where's Kaja in this scenario for Falcons? Makes me wonder.
Mid-Rafaela?
I mean, oh,
That's happened before.
I don't think there's enough of a combo-wombo there.
Looks like a Falcon, though.
the only combo maybe is a chain CC.
Yeah.
But damage-wise, maybe not. So are they locking in the Novario or something else? Oh, what? It's XP!
Wow, the triple flex is so crazy.
Yep. So it ends up being a Roam Bennyqt anyways, and a mid-Rafaela.
I think, all things considered, TNC... I think this is a very winnable draft for TNC. Because that's the Lapu-Lapu. Of course, the Lapu-Lapu is a threat to the Lilia, but there's so much speed and tempo that TNC can play around with in the early stages. Of course, they're playing up against the Moskov, so that's also a big plus for them. The Barats is, the Barats is always reliable, but with the Badang, you can be active in around the map. So I feel like this is a winnable draft for TNC, but Falcons still got their comfort picks anyways. They're gonna be focusing on Super Marco now. So instead of going in the route of let's win in the early game, Falcons have decided that let's keep the mid game intact with our four core heroes and let the Moskov take over the late game.
It's an easier route through a consistent path in Team Falcons, while TNC just want to put pedal to the metal,
That's right.
face to fist, as soon as they get their skill kits. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 2. TNC Pro Team are holding on for hope to try and make it to game number 3 by equalizing.
Yep.
Can they stop Team Falcons from getting the sweep?
I feel like they should have a lot more in their kit to be as aggressive as they want here in the early game, and you're seeing it just now!
Hadji!
First blood for Finn! a much better start for TNC.
I said face to fist as soon as they get their kit, but they do it in the first minute.
This is how TNC should play this. This is the lineup as intended. And Zyda, because of that, is able to get to the Crammer. Look at the positioning coming up from Ryota. As soon as Zyda went in for the Crammer steal, you can see Ryota guarding their own side of the jungle. This is the way to do it, TNC. Be aggressive, but at the same time, protect your own jungle.
No counter jungling here, no mirroring, says Ryota. Team Falcons now have to recalculate, find their ground. Ogwen!
No, tell me they get 2 mid heroes from Falcons in just the first minute, and they might! Zyda gets taunted though, and it's gonna be a counterplay for Falcons. It's actually Ogwen taking out Zyda. I swear that could have been a kill for Zyda.
1 for 1. And dare I say, it's more painful for TNC to have lost a jungler in the exchange. All Falcons had to do was spend a few battle spells, and now Vin finds it! Changing the equation, 2 for 1 now.
No purifies, but even with a purify, that's a Lilia who could just keep throwing out their glooms. Hadji and Ogwen are both delayed by so much in terms of how they've been able to manage the mid lane, the river, and it's very good for TNC. So far, they are currently holding this turtle, but Falcons are still going to show up.
This has gone from a game to a fight in the first 2 minutes. Turtle's up, Ryota holding on to it. Kyle still working on his purple. Damage laid down on the Hadji.
Oh.
In comes Flap.
Bravest fighter coming in, and the welcome, Daytona's welcome, but it's Vino actually secures the objective first. Flap doesn't last long, even with the Bravest fighter form, and now they're going to slowly transition. I don't think Kyle even wanted to go for his purple anymore. It's a double kill for Zyda, and there's not much he can do. He's all alone. There's no one there to help or guard his purple buff.
Zen is a singularity, a black hole that takes away every bit of effort that Falcons can put on the fight. He just stops everything that Falcons does. And that's what's putting them up 4 kills, a turtle, and approaching 2,000 up in the first 3 minutes. What a revelation, Zen's Badong.
This is why the Lapo did come in as a surprise. It was really great flex from Team Falcons, but I feel nothing that TNC couldn't just really handle, especially if he goes in all alone. Because at the moment he was all alone, and it's another Daytona's welcome coming in. They get to find Ogwen all over again, and even with the Wrath of Dryad, can Falcons make a turnaround
SOD!
play? The SOD lands, it's Zyda who falls! They find the jungler in exchange of their roam.
Okay, Marco, ever the wiser, chooses not to press the button and decides to stay. This is more important for him to do. Kyle gets walked in on.
No,
that's a big fight.
And he's freezing the waves as much as he can. So Falcons, bit by bit, they're still finding ways to deal with this really good start that TNC eventually showed us.
They took down Big J. That wasn't Kyle walking into people. That was people walking into Kyle. And this turns straight into a lot of gold for Super Marco. Bree, Marco's farming out of his pants right now.
It's an unexpected Moskov too, that we gotta say, because it's been unsuccessful the first time we saw the Moskov come through.
They overcooked.
But this is different.
This is just cooked. I mean, no. What's the opposite of chopped?
What's the opposite?
This is
Koyl.
This is looks maxing. Oh!
Oh, or a farming maybe Vin! Okay, not even able to use the black shoes there.
Yeah, that was a good kill because that's 2-0 and 3, Lilia.
Oh, they're still going!
Okay, fist break, not gonna use the fist crack, there you go, but it's not gonna trap anyone anymore. Zyda could not even get close, and that's Falcons turning things around. In a blink of an eye, the lead we saw in TNC is nowhere to be found.
Is gone. 2 minutes, all TNC. 5 minutes, now Falcons have a respectable lead.
And it took just 1 kill. To be fair, Falcons, if you're going to be looking at their composition, they're very strong when it comes to the neutral objectives. Every time that the turtle is up and the spells are available for the Lapu-Lapu, the Beleric, as well as this Rafaela, they're pretty strong. And this because of the amount of sustain that they have with each other. If you head-to-head collide that against TNC with TNC relying on burst damage.
Oh.
The heal coming out from Falcons is gonna be massive.
Okay, they flickered forward. They wanted to find more maybe, but that wasn't ideal. Flap is still alive. Kyle was able to get out. And so that's just a flicker burned and a Daytona's welcome for TNC. They didn't get anything.
There's not enough damage on TNC at 5 minutes to be able to take down a Lapu-Lapu.
And well, we just mentioned how strong Falcons sustain is. But that's only around the river. You still have to think about what happens in between, and every time that they are separated from each other, there is a potential for TNC to go for the pickoffs. That's why Falcons have noticed they're just gonna be grouping up.
Oh my lord! Big J ganked on, and now down the bottom!
Okay, this is something Flap cannot survive anymore. It's gonna be a trade, a turret for a tier 2 and a kill on their gold.
Oh my god, Super Markov done this so many times before that he knows that it's much better to attack the turret itself rather than the minion wave. My god.
Oh, Zen has to stop that wave.
No, he can't. He can't do anything. There's nothing he can do.
Marco did it. Marco did it. He left it on. Final turtle spawning lower quarter.
Wow.
I can feel the pressure on the shoulders of the new team captain of TNC, the leader of the Riot army. Off of his Detna's welcome is where the fight starts. That's it. There's no other way. Zen has to find a roundabout way to flank. Oh, here we go.
And he decides to go for Ogwen instead, but the Wrath of Dryad is still going to be there. This big fist crack, but it's not going to connect in time. Instead, it's a lat shaker, which catches everyone. Zyda goes in through the back lines, though, but Super Marco joining the fight doesn't seem to be looking good for TNC. They find Kyle, however, and they might have just turned things around.
3 for 1. Zen for Falcons, majority of front line. SOD, no one home. Zyda scores the last turtle.
TNC are back. They're now going to take down this tier 1 in mid.
What I saw from that fight from TNC is the fact that Ryota trusts Zyda so much. And even when there is so much distance that they had to cover, and the fact that somebody could be taken away from them, he still initiated with the Daytona's welcome onto Ogwen, making sure that Falcons will commit to him, and then it will be Zyda's turn to clean up afterwards. They know how this Hirara operates coming out from Zyda. There's a lot of good communication between them. Zyda able to get a kill out to the backlines and then get the turtle afterwards. And of course, a big flicker play coming out from Jowm.
Yeah, because the mechanics, right? That was a Wrath of Dryad Zyda walked into. But it still worked out nonetheless. He was able to find the targets to deal the damage and get out safely.
Impressive. Again, this is the player that TNC chose to build their new roster around.
For sure.
The on paper best jungler out of Season 16, who was at the heart of the lineup that rocked the Cuneta Astrodome.
Yeah.
8.5 minutes in, TNC are up almost 1,000 gold, and they're threatening the purple away from Kyle. Kyle is in a very different position as he was in Game 1. This is a different game, a new struggle for Team Falcons.
Season 16, Zyda was unanimously the vote of not only the talents, but also the general public who watches MPL PH. If you've seen enough of the Season 16, you would really say that, yep, Zyda was the guy when it comes to assassin junglers and jungling in general. Now TNC are going to be moving around him. And in fairness with Falcons, they're not overreacting to anything that TNC is doing. Naturally, they were able to diminish the lead by just 300 right now.
Keep it there.
And they did it so seamlessly. They literally just defended.
I mean, this is a lineup that is known to claw back from a 13,000 goal deficit.
For sure.
The only one in the history of the league, I believe, to have done that. And they did it against none other than the M7 World Champion. Zen gets denied his recall as Kyle spots him.
Okay, Ogwen's on the way. But they're not going to trap Zen. Zyda and the others were there too, but a solo kill in bottom lane.
Big J finds Bulletproof.
We need to see how it happened.
We saw the tail end. I don't know how that started.
We didn't see. Okay, but he's going to be back. That's still going to be Hadji on the Rafaela.
Yeah, Jowm didn't even have to commit the flicker. That's how good he was during that fight.
How did that happen? Hard same, Bree, hard same. Like, what happened? What caused that?
Big J happened.
Yeah, Big J, we were not expecting that.
He's a force of nature, man.
A force of nature, for sure.
I can still hear it. People in India, in Malaysia, shouting, Big J.
Oh, you hear this too. It's a conceal from Falcons, but they eventually get revealed by the Gloom, so they're not able to get anything out of it as much, but at least secure this purple buff for Kyle.
All right, he still got it. And this does put them within contention range. Ryota holding down this avenue. Falcon finds the back line. Flap posting up in this dangerous grass specialty brush.
Yeah, he's gonna hold on to that. At least Falcons find and get to position themselves somehow, but there definitely are waves that have to be dealt with. Fortunately, with Super Marco. Oh, but maybe not fortunately!
Zyda and Zen find him! Marco's down!
This was something TNC saw coming!
Oh, freshly revived Moskov.
Yep, there's nothing.
Oh
Hadji's passive is on cooldown.
And that will eventually say that Falcons have no contention over this neutral objective. TNC secures the Lord with that 1,500 gold lead of punishing the late game centric lineup of Team Falcons, specifically the Moskov that was separated from his group.
Who was such a great understanding of timings?
Something tells me Marco knew what was coming. He didn't even have to flicker. I didn't even have to purify.
Yeah.
I think he spent his dash to try and disengage, and then he was caught anyways.
Huh.
So he just accepted it.
Yeah.
TNC are now up 2,000. Lord marching down through bot. I believe Holy Shields should expire in about 5 seconds, so that's something that Falcons would not have to help them clear. Can Kyle secure his own purple? Yep, he's good.
This is just tricky because even Zen, he's finding more and more angles to play around with now. You could probably expect maybe a surprise fist crack if only Falcons aren't able to position themselves well enough in this upcoming Lord Siege.
Falcons are so scared of so many things. Detna's welcome, a flicker wall out of Zen. I mean, those are two main things.
Part apart memory.
Yeah.
That too. Zen is concealed.
He's already used the conceal. They're not going to go in just yet, though. Falcons will still defend, but Gwen jumping in together with the Raven Spider. Could they deny this engage still from Falcons? It's going to be enough for them to at least hold on to this mid turret. Super Marco going in. They're going for the kills. They're going to lose Flap in the process, though, but all of their turrets, except bottom lane, are intact.
Falcons were not in the right position. They could not lean into the good angle that they were finding themselves in. I think that was a call for Marco saying, no, I'm not ready yet, don't.
Yeah, they're trying their best. They tried to go for a cheeky play with the initiations coming from Ogwin. Had it not been for the lead that TNC have been able to build, it would be a kill. And of course, the Hirara is just so OP. Being jumped on, still surviving afterwards with the double iframes. We can see it happening as Ogwin tried to go for the play onto Zyda.
Yeah, it looked really good. It was Zyda and Jowm that they caught, but there was a wind of nature too.
Oh.
There was an iframe that you really got to see from Zyda. Look at that. Not even Marco joining in could have cleaned up.
I think he wasn't ready yet. Most of them were all flicker in!
Okay.
Down goes Jowm!
Big J's gone. A two-man Wrath of Dryad. It's Finn who falls next. Ryota and Zyda running away. Falcons, they want more. These are 5 members trying to go for the chase.
Holy
They're pushing
healing,
Ryota,
helping
but
him close the
Zyda.
They're in! And they push him back!
Push it back, but they have to manage the minion wave in the bottom lane. We'll have the minions for their 12 seconds in. There are 2 members of TNC having to respond for now. Falcons will not be able to take advantage of the situation, although that was a promising win for Falcons.
Yeah. Oh, are they still going to try and burst this, though? Zen and Zyda are within range.
Oh no, they are. We're not on flying clouds. They know that they'll have to walk.
And they also have the Wrath of the Dryad.
Oh, there you go. Right on cue. Zyda has to iframes his way out of it with a fist break, fist grab. Hadji, though, clutch heals, making sure that the rest of the members of Team Falcons will stay alive. But Kyle, the Sky Piercer, Jowm finds a kill. Torn apart memory. But the SOD, can Marco change the fate of Falcons in this fight? He finds Jowm.
There's not enough out of TNC. Kyle gets revived, and they're going for it. Lord up top.
Oh, TNC disrespecting the Rafaela healing. Jowm flickering it forward, also not respecting Flap that can turn things around.
That, and he had no stacks.
No stacks. Went for the torn apart memory, trying to take out Hadji in the process, but eventually
He raw
just
dogged
giving
it.
his life away. Thinking that after that Sky Piercer stock that he was able to gain after taking down Kyle, it will be enough, but it wasn't. It's the Rafaela healing and the damage output wasn't enough. Falcons pushing top.
It ruined the math for Big J. I think that's the case here. Oh no, they are penetrated up top. Inhibitor falling. TNC and Falcons are equalized at least on either side.
Okay. I thought Zen and Zyda were trying to go for something there, but Falcons, these are 4 members just running away.
Look at them boxing in Super Marco, making sure that there will be no flank. Imagine some teams would have backed down a bit, and though whenever they see like an opening to go for the recall, they will recall out of there. But no, Falcons were patient.
Yep.
Yeah.
They were moving up as 4 members, making sure that there will be no assassination plays coming out from the Hirara.
They're not leaving anything to chance because it's already happened in this game.
Yeah.
Marco was already caught out by, what, a roaming duo. Zen and Zyda was it, but now Falcons are protecting this 1,000 goal lead that they have, which is again fleeting. We don't know if TNC is capable of clapping back again. Because look at the map, it's mostly blue.
Yeah. And it's great that they already dealt with, at least to a certain extent, the long lane, because it's always been probably one of the things that held back Falcons from just going all out when there's a really major team fight, which eventually happens on the map.
It's become a very tense fight from almost like a big win for TNC already. Falcons turned it around, and now we're at 600 gold. Both of the top and the bottom lane for teams.
Conceal. They flush out Ryota. That's a defensive use of the Barats.
Conceal,
That is welcome.
conceal.
From the back.
From the sides, it's Zen, Jowm, and Zyda. They nearly got to find Kyle there, but there are quick reactions too for Falcons.
Amazing box coming up from Falcons. You gotta have to replay that. And remember, maybe that's one of the master classes when it comes to like helping your teammates, going back together, boxing each other so that you'll not have any kind of opening for your opponents. Now the Lord fight will commence. Falcons will have the disadvantage, but they do have the Moskov to clear that one out. Granted, if the SOD lands, it will be a 5v5, but if not, Falcons will be in trouble.
That is the coin flip TNC is holding on to. The fact that they are only afraid of a 5v5 if Marco gets the SOD. That's why they're keeping themselves scarce. That's why they're like spread out like this.
Kyle being found out up top.
Yeah, I get spotted by Zen. Super Marco will be back though.
Okay, he's here. Worry not, SOD can be used for the re-engage. Lord here at half health.
Zen! Zen's gonna go into the back lines! He's actually gonna find a setup, and then the Donuts welcome too! They're gonna focus on Kyle! And it's Kyle who they actually want! But Kyle is not down! Kyle is still alive! And Flap zoning out the rest! Now it's just Ryota isolated and taken
Bottom
down!
lane.
Oh, the conceal, they want to answer to Zyda. Not so fast. He escorts a big chubby wave, but Falcons are able to answer back, and there's a wave for Falcons up top too.
Oh, good shot coming out from TNC, coming out from the Badang, Zen, but there wasn't any quick follow-up. There eventually was the follow-up, but it wasn't on time. And Falcons really took advantage of that. Kyle, even though after he receives the Daytona's welcome, he still managed to land the knockout strike on 2 members of TNC. That's why you can see the healing from the Rafaela and the sustain coming out from Kyle. The spell bump is there.
Oh man, deja vu. After a skirmish, here comes Marco!
It happened again! Jowm! Can he find a way around this? No! Jowm is not going to be alive for the defense!
This is tough.
Super Marcus says, welcome back to MPL. I'm gonna solo kill ya at 19 minutes.
Dear Lord, spent his whole kit to do that too, but I'd say it's worth it. Lord up top, Kyle versus Zyda down bottom. Mid falls, Falcons can smell blood in the sky.
There's a Wrath of Dryad still, and the Lord marching up top. Flap can go in with the bravest fighter, but they're taking their time, and there he finally does. Wrath of Dryad still not used. Super Marco just trying to find the target. Senna with another setup with the holy blessing. Ryota's down. It's a double kill for Flap and a perfectly timed entrance as Team Falcons secure the sweep against TNC.
Clear skies for the Titans of FLBB as Team Falcons sweeps TNC.
Very close and hectic team fight. Everybody trying to outplay each other. Vin and Zen, the rookies, their first match in the MPL. They're trying to make a name for themselves. They tried to make the plays. They did find good plays, but eventually the veterans, Team Falcons, have outplayed them in the end. And you can see Super Marco welcoming Jowm back into the league.
You know what? I think you're right. Well, something about Team Falcons brings out the best in the teams that they fight.
Yeah.
Last night, that 3-game banger against Liquid, cinema. This one, more game 2. More game 2, you'll see that there were some things that were working for the Phoenix Army. So I think they're going to take their bow here because they should be proud. They should be happy. There's something to build on
For sure.
in game 2.
Even the attempts that you saw from Zen, a lot of them were huge what-ifs. They could have really made them work. I think especially that one instance wherein it was pre-Lord and then you get to see Koyl eventually still sustaining. Maybe the idea was just to split up the members of Falcons. But even then, Falcons with the recovery every single time.
Yeah, recovery. Yeah, they're making the play. Zen is actually finding the mark. However, sometimes it's just mistimed. Sometimes it's a matter of, do you actually land that on one person or multiple people, but the timing is off? Or just, one person, but the timing is right?
I'm pretty sure these are all questions that TNC have for themselves as well. So they're going to go back to the drawing board. For now, let's go on to the stage to hear from Team Falcons PH.
MPL